Senior Moments, sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group on News Talk KVNU, 102 FM and 610 AM.
Good morning and welcome to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bruce Lee and I'm here with my co-host, Sid Roeder. Good morning, Sid.
Good morning, Bruce.
How are you?
I am wonderful. How about you?
I'm doing great. We have some great guests and a really neat organization we're going to talk about today, so I hope our listeners will appreciate it. We're going to talk about the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center, and we're going to meet Dwight Whitaker and Jay Black, who are involved with that here in just a second. But before we do that, Sid, tell us about our sponsor. Do it.
Yes, our sponsor is the Empowering Seniors Group, which is a group of professionals that has dedicated their time and efforts to provide information to seniors, their family members, and really anybody who cares. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors Group, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info, or you can email us at empoweringseniors.cv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And lastly, if you have any subjects we haven't touched on, anything you're interested in, any guests you'd like to see us invite, you can reach me personally at 435-512-6406.
You know, if someone gives their phone number out over the radio, they really want a phone call.
You know, you keep saying that. Luckily, our listeners are very polite. They only call me during regular hours and not in the middle of the night as you are trying to make it enticing.
Well, I won't officially lay down a challenge to call after hours, but, just saying. Thank you to our sponsors. We appreciate their willingness to donate to our program. That allows us to put the show on and talk to people like Dwight and Jay. Let's go ahead and jump into meeting Dwight and Jay. And I'm just going to, full disclosure, say I know Dwight a little bit. I've met him a few times. He's a good man, and I'm excited to have him come on and talk about this organization. So let's start with Dwight. Tell us a little bit about this organization, a little bit how you became involved with it.
All right. Thank you, Bruce and Sid. We're happy to be here with you this morning, and we're pleased for the opportunity to talk a little bit about the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center. We are brand new to the Valley. We have only been in operation since July of this year. It's a community-centered, needs-based organization. We are here to help serve senior citizens, people with disabilities, low-income, poverty-level individuals. So far this year, we've provided 370 school kits that were distributed throughout the Cache Valley school districts, both Logan City School District and the Cache County School District. Those school kits consisted of over 7,400 different items, tablets, binders, pencil sharpeners, whatever a student might need, in a very nice backpack for the student. We also have provided over 1,200 personal hygiene kits for the school districts, as well as other nonprofit organizations within the Valley that are serving the senior citizens and people with disabilities, as well as the individuals who are in need within our community. Most recently, and how we got connected with Bruce again, was through providing some rice packs, therapeutic rice packs for some of the caregivers for
Cache County Caregiver Coalition. Yeah.
And so that was a fun project, 150 of those, and we appreciated those who helped in that project. So that's just a little bit about some of the things we've done, and we were initially funded by the Logan Foundation from throughout the state of Utah. It's a district governor's grant that helped us get started, and that was made possible by the two Logan Rotary Clubs, the Cache Valley Morning Rotary Club and the Logan Rotary Club, which meets at noon. So anyway, that's how we got started, and we are here to help meet the needs of people who are truly in need in Cache Valley.
So Dwight, for our listener, I guess one of the questions that comes to mind when you're saying need-based, how do these needs come to you? How do you become aware of them?
Very good. Great question. We have partnered with several organizations, the school districts, for example, and about 12 different nonprofit organizations within the valley. And we go out to them and ask, what are your needs? Because we, again, want to be needs-based. We don't want to be selling something, coming up with an idea, then trying to market it. We want to meet the needs that exist within the valley. So the school kits and the personal hygiene kits were all identified as something that was needed by these organizations that would then go directly to the people that they are trying to help. And our most recent need that's been identified is some cold weather protection, so coats, blankets, quilts, those kinds of things that are needed. So we're trying to figure out when we're going to do that, but we probably will be doing a coats and quilts drive here in November.
Nice. Let's go to Jay just for a second. Jay Black, I understand you're the secretary of the board. I guess we should mention that Dwight is the president of the board of directors for the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center. Jay is the secretary. Jay, tell us about how you became involved with this and your interests.
It's basically because Dwight is so persuasive, and the case that he made about cooperating with nonprofits rather than just, writing checks or doing the kinds of service projects that Rotary clubs have traditionally done. This offers us the opportunity, not just needs-based, but full communication with the various organizations. And there are a lot of them. There are a whole lot of nonprofit charitable organizations, and we don't want to be redundant. We don't want to step on toes. We want to ask each of them, what do you need? How can we help? So we're almost like the wholesaler. We're almost like the broker who helps gather equipment, gather materials, gather supplies, organize projects, and put things out there for the public to have. And it wouldn't have been possible if we hadn't gotten strong support from the schools, particularly the city schools, with the giving us a location in a double-wide portable classroom behind the junior high school. And we'll have to talk about this a little bit later, the Logan Family Resource Center.
And I assume, we're heading to our first break here, I assume that if private individuals come up with any needs that they're aware of in the valley, that you would deal with those as well, not only the organizations that are looking for maybe a larger. But we're coming up on our break. When we come back after the break, we'll make sure to give you a chance also to give our listeners your contact information if somebody has any thoughts that they could get in touch with you. Again, this is the Senior Moments Show. We are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. We're going to take a little break. We'll be right back.
Did you know 10,000 baby boomers qualify for Medicare every day? Did you know that you'll start to get swamped with mail about Medicare 6 months before your 65th birthday? Did you also know it doesn't cost anything to use an insurance agent to help you navigate through all those offers? Hi, I'm Tracy Ferris with Quality First Insurance. Let me help you understand all the offers you're receiving and find the plan that fits best for your situation. Call me today at 435-752-0101.
When it comes to successful aging, eating well matters. Staying physically active matters. Getting socially engaged matters. Living alone, aging alone, it's harder to consistently do that. Hi, this is Chris Grohl with Pioneer Valley Lodge, where we make it easier to do those things every day. Our mission at Pioneer Valley Lodge in North Logan is to help seniors live better, age more gracefully, and stay independent for as long as possible. Pioneer Valley Lodge, an independent living community for seniors.
You have a lot of options when it comes to buying or selling a home. Do you list it online, sell it yourself, or do you have a realtor help? It's a major financial and emotional decision. A realtor is the liaison between buyers and sellers and really helps you navigate complex contracts, deadlines, and disclosures.
Hi, this is Sid Roeder with Achievement Realty.
I work for you to get the best outcome for your situation. Let me earn your trust with a free consultation and a free market analysis. Call me today at 512-6406. Then list it, sell it, and move on.
Whether you have a small business, large corporation, or sole proprietorship, remember Cook Martin Polson has provided quality accounting services since 1977. At Cook Martin Polson, they believe you've earned it, and they're going to help you keep it. Take a minute right now to call 750-5566. That's 750-5566 to set up your tax appointment and let Cook Martin Polson show you how to keep the money you have earned.
This is Jared Ripplinger with Cook Martin Polson. You've worked hard for your money. Let us help you keep it.
This is Mark Thurston from White Pine Funeral Services. On behalf of all of us here at White Pine, we want to thank the community of Cache Valley for your support this past year. Thank you for selecting us as a silver winner for the Best of Northern Utah. We look forward to many more years of working with you here in our community. We know you have a choice, and we hope you will consider White Pine Funeral Services. If you have questions about cremation, funerals, or planning ahead, please contact us or visit whitepinefunerals.com.
White Pine Funeral Services, here when you need us most.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. My name is Bruce Lee. If you're just joining us, my co-host is Sid Roederer. We are speaking with some leaders from the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center, which is a new center we learned was organized in July of this year, serving the community. Dwight Whitaker is the president of the board of directors, and Jay Black is the secretary of the board. I should mention Jay's also the president of the Rotary Club, and so there's some ties that way because the Rotary Club has helped get the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center on its feet. Before we went to break, Jay was talking a little bit about your location and how the school district has been working with you to let you in there. You want to just maybe finish that thought?
Yeah, I was mentioning that we were given at least for 1 year, we were given a portable classroom behind the junior high school. But a lot of the material that we ended up putting in there, which would include furniture, computer, somewhere between 4,000 and 5,000 books, including about 1,000 Spanish language books. All that was donated to us by the Logan Family Resource Center, which has had to close down after almost 25 years of really good service to the community. And they had to distribute their goodies to nonprofits. And so we were first in line, I think. Dwight got word about that, and quite a few actual truckloads later, we had transferred things over to the Humanitarian Center. So we are up and running there.
That's wonderful. Before we went to the break, I did mention, too, that I'd like to get your phone number on the air for anybody who maybe has some suggestions, or as you said, we'll get into that a little bit more, any donations and things like that. Dwight, do you want to answer that?
Sure. The best phone number to get a hold of us is 208-206-3270. And that's my personal cell phone. It's an Idaho number. We've recently moved from Idaho Falls, Ammon area, actually. And so we're happy to be in the Cache Valley. We've been here about 5 years now, but still carry that same phone number.
That's the second phone number on our show today, Sid, that we've put out there. So I think, hopefully there's an invitation out there for people to call that, Dwight. That was 208-206-3270. We were also talking a little bit about maybe your history, Dwight, because I know that you've done something like this before, right? Weren't you involved with something like this in Idaho Falls?
That's correct. And the general concept actually started in, as I recall, Mount Pleasant, Utah, and was picked up by the Idaho Falls community. And I was involved in that along with my wife to help get that started. And we pulled together two different groups in the community. And currently our operation is just the beginning, we hope. We're at about 2,200 square feet and grateful for that as a place for us to start. And thanks to the Logan City School District for that opportunity. The facility in Idaho Falls is a 20,000 square foot facility. And they provide nearly $1 million a year in terms of value to the various nonprofit organizations and people in need in eastern Idaho. It's called the Idaho Falls Area Humanitarian Center. Similar demographics between Idaho Falls and Logan area, Cache Valley. And so we just felt like this would be a good thing for Cache Valley. And there's lots of people who wish to volunteer and help. They just need direction and a focus point where they can come together and better serve people in the community. So we hope to be able to someday, we'll probably go from 2,200 square feet to maybe 5 and then 10 as we continue to grow and progress and provide more needs in the valley.
So Dwight, you've mentioned one of the next projects that's coming up is one that has to do with providing warmth to people in winter, blankets and coats. And so the drop-off for those donations would be at your location, correct?
That's correct, yes. And that location is on the west side of Mount Logan Middle School. And it's in one of the gray portable classrooms that Jay mentioned earlier. And there is a banner on there that says Cache Valley Humanitarian Center. And that will be the drop-off location for coats and quilts and blankets for those who are in need.
What else do you need, Dwight? What other things are you working? How does a center like this develop? You mentioned that the Idaho Falls one was 20,000 square feet. I'm sure that's not where it started. And you're starting here. How does that grow so that you can better serve the community? What are the inputs that are needed there?
Great. We currently are basically doing assembling, if you will, so packaging and assembling of different items. But when we have the additional space that we need, we will get into probably making quilts, sewing operations, such as the little bags that we recently completed, and perhaps toys, wooden toys, painting, and opportunity for people to come and just interact with each other. But right now we need a larger space, and we need equipment such as the industrial sewing machines, and of course, since we're a nonprofit corporation, we always can use contributions to help the cause move forward.
So let me just circle back there a little bit. So you're kind of also looking for space that you can use. What are some of the space requirements?
Well, since we have a lot of people who wish to volunteer, parking is pretty important, and but it just general open space, maybe a spot for an office, something like that. But generally, it's just open space is what is most important.
Great. We're already coming up here on our second break, so I wonder maybe Jay wants to take that. Can we have a phone number one more time before I lead out? Or
Sure. It's 208-206-3270.
Thank you, Dwight. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Seniors Group. If you would like to learn more about the Empowering Seniors, you can do so online at empoweringseniors.info. You can also email us at empoweringseniorscv@gmail.com, and the CV stands for Cache Valley. And or if you have any suggestions, any questions, you can reach me personally at 435-512-6406. Stay tuned. We'll be right back.
Are you 55 and older and seeking a healthier, happier life? The Retired and Senior Volunteer Program, RSVP, of Cache and Rich counties may be the perfect opportunity. RSVP connects volunteers age 55 plus with older community members who need increased companionship or a break from their caregiving role. Volunteering has many benefits, including better health, a sense of purpose, and strong relationships. Call 760-4472 to get started. That's 760-4472. Share your time, share your heart. 760-4472.
Hi, this is Bruce with Comfort Care. One of the ways we help loved ones stay in their home is by assisting with daily tasks. These may include bathing, meal preparation, medication reminders, and housekeeping. We even help with shopping, transportation, and errands. Most of all, we offer a trusted level of care. Let us help you live your best life possible with Comfort Care. This is Bruce, and you can call me at 754-7676. Comfort Care, 754-7676.
Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram offers free delivery service 5 days a week, Monday through Friday throughout the valley. Just stay home and they will deliver to you. With 25 different suppliers, they won't have the shortage that others might have. Also, with compounding and many other services, they will be able to serve all your needs. In order to stay safe and help slow the spread, please call Reed's Pharmacy in Hiram at 245-DRUG, and they will take care of you.
If you're retired or plan to retire soon, will you outlive your money or will your money outlive you? If you don't know the answer, I can help. Hi, I'm Patty Bartholomew, a financial consultant with Parsonex Securities. If you have questions about your financial plan or just need a second opinion, call me today at 435-227-5556.
Investments are not FDIC insured, nor are they deposits of or guaranteed by a bank or any other entity, so they may lose value. Investors should carefully consider the investment objectives, risks, charges, and expenses of the funds. This and other important information is contained in each fund's prospectus and summary prospectus, which can be obtained from a financial professional and should be read carefully before investing. Securities offered through Parsonex Securities, Inc., member FINRA, SIPC, 8310 South Valley Highway, Suite 110, Inglewood, Colorado, 801-2-303-662-8700.
Welcome back to the Senior Moment Show. If you're just joining us today, we are here with Dwight Whitaker and Jay Black. They're involved with a group here in Cache Valley called the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center. This is a new group. It's a volunteer group. Volunteer funded, all that good stuff that comes with a nonprofit trying to do good out there. And we were talking during the break again, and we wanted to maybe shed some light on, well, you can't see this, but let's just say that Dwight and Jay are over 50 and could possibly have retired once. And so, Jay, if you've retired before, why would you come back and do something like this?
This is my third retirement life. Let's see, my first one was building a dog park at the Humane Society. No, that was my second one. My first one was helping a church get started here. The second one was building a dog park. This is my third one, and in part because my wife is so darn busy, I don't want to just sit around at home. My professional background, I was a journalist to start and a university professor. In my last 15 years or so, I was running a university-wide ethics center, teaching ethics across the disciplines. So this idea of service is second nature, and I couldn't think of a better way to stay involved than when Dwight said, "What do you think of this idea?" I said, "Wow. Is it something we can do for the next few years? I mean, I'm only 78. I have to find something to do."
How about you, Dwight? What's your motivation and background here?
Well, it's I just appreciate the opportunity to live in this wonderful community. We have 2 children that are here in the valley and 9 grandchildren. That's 9 of 29 grandchildren we have. We have 8 children of our own. But I've always enjoyed people. I'm kind of a people person. And I've always kind of had it for those who are the underdog, so to speak. My career, I started out as a vocational rehabilitation counselor for the state of Idaho, and later was hired to start a vocational training program for people with disabilities. So I did that for about 40 years. And then retired, and then was involved in serving a mission for the Church of Jesus Christ of Latter-day Saints in the Philippines. Did a similar thing, helping people find jobs, getting them ready for employment. And when we moved here, since we had that experience in Idaho Falls, just felt like this is a good opportunity to serve people here in the valley. So it's been a great experience, and we've really appreciated the support from the community so far. We've had, as we mentioned, 2 different grants from Rotary. We've had a grant from Walmart to help us get going, particularly with the school kits. And we're just appreciative of the personal and private donations that have come to us so far. We are applying for a 501c3. We do have our EIN number, so we are officially, people can claim a charitable deduction when they make a contribution to the Cache Valley Humanitarian Center.
So let's talk, this is a question for Jay. So maybe can we talk a little bit what your needs are so we get that out there to our listeners?
I think our needs are defined for us by our nonprofit partners. One of the, and I guess this is one of my Rotary hats, we're service junkies, and we would encourage, all sorts of service projects. But so often you do, like sometimes the NGOs do overseas, provide a service and then walk away. And you don't have accountability. You're not sure there's enough follow through to make sure the project works well. And we've done that for years with Rotary on some projects. We love to do them, whether it's cleaning up a park or whether it's, cleaning up the highway or things like that. This is different. This is different in that the needs are defined, and then if you would, the recognition of when those needs are met is intrinsic. We like to call ourselves the good for nothing people because we're not doing it for any particular rewards. But Dwight has an interesting anecdote from the very first school kits that we gave out. You want to share that?
Sure. The secretary of Mount Logan Middle School shared this story with me when they were registering students. A mother with two children who would be students at Mount Logan Middle School came in to register, and they got through the registration process, and then the registration secretary handed her a list of items that the students would need for their various classes. And so she, when she saw that list, the mother just broke down and is there some place where I could go and get a pencil and a tablet for each of my two children? And so they took her into the counselor's office and gave those students two of the backpacks that we had provided for them. And the mother just broke down and started to cry. She was so appreciative for that opportunity that their children could go in and on an equal basis with the other students.
Thank you so much, Dwight and Jay, for coming in. What a beautiful story to end on. This is the Senior Moments Show. Again, we are sponsored by the Empowering Senior Group. I hope you tune in again next week.